What a comment, honestly, 10 out of 10. Anyway, I want you to predict what round this game is going to end on.
I think it's going to be close. We've already seen a good close matchup. I predict it's going to go in favor of CeX. Potentially, I want to say 16-12. I think.
Alrighty
I
then,
think
16-12.
CeX are going to have the advantage here.
Alright, you've given the advantage to CeX. You said 16-12, so that means we know where it's going to end, we know how it's going to unfold. Now it's just a matter of getting there, as it is going to be CeX to cluster up, get themselves ready to push towards B. But this goes one of two ways for them. They either die horrendously and make a bit of a laugh out of themselves and we just giggle away at their terrible attempt at trying to push B site, or it goes really well for them and they actually do really well. We get to scream and have some big hype moments, and that's kind of like the Counter-Strike we get to witness today. So two options, two very different style of options. But so far, it's looking like a bit of the former, as Brody C is going to pop out. Not a single frag to be claimed just yet, but they do now have control of the site somewhat. As JD and Brody C combine longer range shots on towards Ped as well, knocking down ever so low. And there you have it. The gauntlet has been dropped. Barrage don't get anything done at all. Velox will open up with a double kill at least to make it contestable, but the trades from JD just stop it before it even gets going.
Now Velox going to be left alive in a 1 versus 2 situation. 78 HP, tap 63 HP. And well, for CEX, well, it's looking likely, but Velox still be able to land those headshots. It'll be looking very well. He's tagging and tapping away, but he's just not finding anything. 2 HP on the man to try and make this one work. Takes down JD, but there's no defuse kit on him. The bomb has ticked way too far away, so this one's pretty much over. And Rezu is just there to shut down the kill and bring it around to the favour of CEX. So, in this case, a good pistol round, a good first round out of them. And Barrage, well, a couple of close shaves, but not to be once again.
Yeah, I think for CeX, the whole kind of mentality is just start strong now, right? You've got your pistols, so just hold together, don't cock it up, to be simple about it. Just make sure you don't screw up to these pistols, don't allow the scout to get too close in terms of tag damage. You know, once it hits you once, you just can't afford it to hit you again for that second time, or even allow a P250 to get close to you. You're asking for trouble. So, yeah, really, this positioning is going to be a big part of CeX so far, as they do allow a pistol on 1 versus 1, and that gets a frag for them. Shanked as well with the Deagle, just another one for him. So, interesting decisions, but thankfully the rifle of Brody C is just going to pivot backwards and forwards, left, right, and center to find all the frags required.
Yeah, good play out of Brody C. Triple kill for him. Putting that AK to good work, good use for the CeX side. Not a whole lot of money gathered for his team, of course. Only $300 you get out of the AK versus, well, the $600 you would get out of a Macton and a UMP on Rezu and JD. But that's the blow out the CeX have gone for. We saw them do this in the last map, so yielded them success. Is going to yield them more success in this particular one, as it is going to be Astro first man in to try to take down Shank. Will find their head, does get dinked and eventually traded, but JD is there, of course, to back things up. Brody C with the AK takes the headshot. JD gets another, and Velox left alone on a 1 versus 3 situation with a Mac 10. All the calls are on point. They know exactly where he is. A good grenade will do some damage, and Rezu will peek out and get the kill eventually. So it will be a 3rd round on the board for CeX.
Keeping their T-side train alive, so far so good, but here's the first buy, here's the big one from Barrage. They're going to come up to play with their AWP into the hands of Wong. 4 rifles spread across the rest of their ranks, and they have the ability too to really be the supporting actors when it comes down to their big buy, their big moment, the tail where it all starts, right? This is kind of what everyone waits to see when you're playing in a match, or you're watching, observing a match, is that, yeah, that first buy really kind of chalks up how things are going to go down. It's a teaser almost, a movie trailer. We do see a bit of a face coming from Wong. Neto actually is going to win a fair few battles, gets himself a double kill spray down, but LS is going to do just the same. Neto going to add to it somewhat, but a 2 versus 3 situation isn't completely cut off. It's not impossible. CeX, still fight, still swing, still punch.
Yeah, I'm going to get some out towards the A site. Velox is going to hear it. The bomb will go down, but not in contention for Velox as Rezu spots him out. Sprays down, but isn't going to find any tag damage. So now it will be up to the rest of the CTs to try and see if they can find anything. Rezu does go challenging once again, tagging up Neto on 1 HP. The Molotov will force them into the site here, and it will be Rezu that gets the kill. Neto there to try and back, and now Astro back towards the main area of the A site. The bomb gets tapped. Astro finds Wong, takes him down, gets the information, jumps over to the red train, and Neto expects this entirely, spots up their head and takes him down, and that's going to be, well, the bomb defuse coming in. Has he got a defuse kit? No, he hasn't, and this one could actually be a very close shave. Actually, I'm not sure he's got this. Does he have it? I think he just about does. There we are. It's going to be the defuse coming in for Neto, but no, it's not! I thought...
just a little too close.
I signed it off a little bit too soon. Apparently, that was wrong of me.
I mean,
but
in fairness, DJ, I think you would have to be a god to predict that, my friend, because there was literally 0.1, if that, in it.
But the bar was pretty much done
simple...
by the time it went off.
Yeah, that's quite the closeness, though.
And we'll just be pistols out for the Barrage side this time.
Something for them to look towards. CeX also keeping it clean. They're having a bit of fun with this now as the AWP, the rifles all start to do their work. Velox and Peto will at least throw a bit of a wrench into the works when it comes down to that, as they do take down JD and LS over towards Ivy. Getting themselves actually 2 rifles off the back of that, bear in mind, which, because they have Kevlar, hold a whole lot of value to them. But at the same time, if CeX still play smart, they should be able to deal with it.
Well, tagged up, legged on Peto. So not going to find Astro second in this particular case, but that grenade should do all the work, all the rest of the work for him and the T side. A 1 versus 3 situation for Velox to win. AK in his hands. Does he go for the challenge? Does he even bother? Or you can just save that into the next one and relieve a little bit of investment for the CT side. The answer is no. He's going to get taken down as CeX have a nice 5th. So once again, shades of overpass when CeX picked themselves up at a clean 5 rounds. They went on to pick up the next couple after that before Barrage got anything on the board. So we're going to see another very similar situation coming out, or will it be closer for Barrage's CT side? CeX dominant. 2 AWPs out, 1 on 1, 1 on Astro. And it looks like they'll set themselves out for an A-site split.
There's going to be a few smokes here and there, but a bit of a delay of how things take off just yet, as biting point hasn't really been reached. It is going to be 1 or 2 men to push on through, but Rezu is finally going to make the jump on forward. Wong is going to find the frag on towards Brody C. We do see Rezu as well do the work through the smoke in return, bringing us to a 4 versus 4 situation, as it is just going to be a bit of a knife push to catch Shady on the flank from behind into Velox. Smart play from him, really whittling down the numbers. Well, Astro and LS both combine. How are they getting away with this? Velox, you need to wake up, you need to respond. This is your time. This is where you go huge. Astro should be dead here. Just play your cards right. You've got them all to force him to peek to the right. You get him to show his face. They try and toggle that defuse. And this is where they face. Oh, Astro, he wins these. He makes it work. He's a dirty man. What a triple kill. You hear that roar. You hear that scream. As he is loving it.
CeX a 6th. It was close. But no cigar. You thought for a second that it would be Barrage's round there, once they picked that advantage and dropped Rezu over towards Pop Dog. But Astro is just so deadly with that AWP, picks up the 3K in that round. Doing work for CeX in this particular map. He's so far the top fragger of his team. No, he's not. It's actually going to be Brody C, but he's very close with a respectable 6 to 8. And Barrage now, in terms of this overall matchup, are going to have themselves, well, the Quasi with the head armor, a couple of CZs, a couple of 5-7s, a scout on Velox. A smoke to work with, but other than that, not much, as the CeX have themselves a very nice advantage. They're expecting the push here, and they are going to find it. Neto goes falling. And now Velox will just hold the line back towards the connector area, see if he can take down any heads. It will be Shank trying to see what he can find with the CZ. Gets tag damage, but not much more than that. Wong there trying to see if he can pick up the pieces. We'll find one on Velox. It's a nice headshot. Oh, Wong! Hello, goodbye, JD. A very similar players we saw back from the overpass area. Puts it back in a 2 versus 2. 1 minute to go. LS getting himself out towards the B site. Tags up Velox. 1 HP. The grenade is going to be so good for him, but he's still putting tag damage on the board. He's found himself a headshot for a wall. A second kill onto LS, and that leaves Astro alone in a 1 versus 2 situation. Bomb in hand, will plant it. Wong's holding close range angles, so for Astro, this could be very tough for him. We'll get the flashbang out, spots out the first, can't land the flick, looks for Wong, but it's not going to happen. Wong finds the kill and finds the first round on the board for the Barrage side.
Yeah, it's a tough situation really for CeX. Unfortunately, they drop out of the round, and they're dishing responsibility my way for that one, so it's going to be a bit of an interesting one, I think. But yeah, 6-1. They just want to reset Barrage now, right? They've got the confidence. I think they know where they stand on their T side. They'll just play off the back of that.
Yeah, they will with buy back in here. JD, don't have himself a Tech 9, so not the best in the world for CeX. Still have himself a flashbang, a smoke, and a Molotov to work with, so the utility buy is going to be semi-good for the CEX team. AWP's out once again for Astro and Wong. Wong's going to go aggressive, see if he can find anything, and if he lines this up, this could be so good. No, it's not going to happen. Astro has got himself poised and expecting the push once again. CEX, they have their angles right, they have their reads correct, and they will find that first pick. They drop the AWP of all things, so for Barrage, this could end up very tough as a round here. 1 minute 25, CEX have lots of presence out towards Pop Dog. Bombs still in the tunnels area. In the B site, so it looks like it's just going to be Brody C trying to play for fake, try luck, and try to find something over on this A site, while CX make the main push work over towards the B site. A good play, considering that Shanked is the only man there to find anything, as it will be. Well, here come the smokes, the utilities, the flashbangs out towards the site. Shank's probably going to call in a rotation. Velox expecting Brody C. Actually turns around at the right time just as he goes ahead for the rotation. A 4-on-4, but the bomber's going to go down, and Barrage, we up for an even Stevens retake. I take that back. It's going to be 3-on-4 as Rezu takes the kill.
Yeah, they're able to really force the issue now as they just continue to screw in these rounds. They're over on towards B. They're sat down tight. We do see the retake attempt to at least try and formulate itself. And hey, it's a few frags here and there. It's nothing too crazy, but it is a 2 versus 3. But yeah, you just kind of have to look at the fact they've got double up standing. That's just 2 turrets ready to lock on and dismantle you. Neto, 22 HP. He's on the site, but you got Rezu flanking from behind, ready to almost dunk with a frag grenade in itself. That's enough. Neto can't even find the bomb.
He does eventually get Rezu down 2 HP, but that's not going to happen today, as it will be JD from the back with a Tech 9 takes him down. And 7 rounds on the board for CEX. Barrage get reset, but they're going to force buy anyway. 2 orbs coming out. Of all things, this is a pretty perplexing buy coming out here. The P250s and CZ and a UMP to back it up. And, well, this is such a surprising round out of Barrage. And this one could easily take CEX out of play here. So it will be 1 orb that already falls on JD. There's 2 MAC-10s in play. So if Velox can get himself on the board and take down JD with a refrag, and that's exactly what he's going to be able to do. Take him down. They'll give the AWP information away. The bomb's going to go down on the B site, planted for heaven. And it's going to be Barrage with a very difficult retake up here. They've got the 2 orbs. So for Shanked and Velox, I think it's going to be mission save at this point, as they will be forced away from Connector. Neto with a UMP and not much more than that. Astro's still going to go aggressive and take one down, as it will be the 2 orbs still in play. But look at this, these MAC-10s are going absolutely ham. Lots of tag damage onto Velox, and Neto just going to have to try and run away and save them into the next round here. So for CEX, well, I thought there was potential for them to get ripped apart by these AWPs, but in this case, it's not going to happen, as it will be LS last man to fall. They lose an AK, and that's all that's significant, as they will have themselves an 8th round and a very nice T-side half.
They really aren't complaining at this point, are they, Jay? Everything is going their way. They've got 8 rounds on their T-side of train. Barrage have got 1. If they just keep this up, it's done and dusted. This is quicker than anything we've ever seen before. We are seeing a bit of a pause come through, but that's a pause to come from CX, bear in mind. So who knows anymore? I don't know whether they really kind of hold too much into it or what, but yeah, there's going to be a quick pause from the CX side of things. It's an 8-1 scoreline. What on earth could they possibly be talking about or trying to fix?
Well, you take a look at the current state of the economy, and you can see that they've kind of invested into this one over on their side. They've got themselves a double AWP still out in play with the, of course, the save coming in from the last round. But other than that, it's still going to be a force buy that might not work out to their favor, because, yeah, they've got themselves the 2 AWPs, but they've also got to deal with the they've also got only a UMP and 2 pistols to back it up once again. So since we've seen the CEX can rip through that easily with 2 MAC-10s, they've got themselves out an AWP and 4 AKs. So I don't see this one going in the favor of Barrage. I'm very perplexed as to why they bought in those 2 AWPs a couple rounds ago, because it's just such a one-sided affair, and they're going to have to rely so heavily on Neto and Velox to get these opening frags. They're going to have to rely on them so much to get those entries onto CX, bring themselves a 3-on-5, because, well, these pistols, they're effective, but they're not as effective as AKs in this case. The CEX, more than poised to win this round. They got themselves set up passively to expect the aggression, and aggression is exactly what they might just end up getting here. Smokes, flashbangs, it looks like they're going to be a quick execution and a quick entry on towards the A site.
Certainly sounds like that is going to be the case, at least, as it is going to be just a bit of a build-up over towards A, and here they go. Here they pop. A shot to come in. Astro to find the first one towards Shank. A nice little trade as Neto was able to do the work off the back of that assist, as Rezu going to continue to charge on forward, and it's just a mission of search and destroy at this point. Neto, one of the players with real firepower, is just going to be almost dropped on dead. Peto and Velox both trying to combine to make the best of the situation. As Peto gets a double kill with a CZ, a pretty crafty weapon to get away with, but at the end of the day, it's still the same old narrative. The fact that Velox has an AWP, is in connector, 1 versus 2 is not the weapon he wants.
100% is going to go peeking out anyway. And it will be Rezi that takes the high ground. JD, the smoke does clear just in time. Gets a good grenade out. That'll tag down Velox to 70 HP. Slight misangle does back away a little bit, but they're going to have to try and get a decent angle on this bomb. Actually, no, I'd take that back. It doesn't matter because JD will get 9 HP, a kill on to Velox and close it down for CeX. A 9-1 scoreline for Barrage. Now, they have no choice but to eco. They're forced up 2 separate rounds in a row at this point with some very weird buys. Those AWPs doing some serious damage to the Barrage economy now. It will be the 5.7s, the P250s, the USPs out for CeX's potential 10th here. It looks more than likely because Barrage are just not finding anything. Like you said, everything going CeX's way. As it will be Astro getting that first pick onto Neto, and Shank going to see if he can try down the headshot. We'll actually find the refrag, but once again, it's just a case of lurk and be the distraction as Astro does get taken down and CeX are allowed to swarm the B site, get themselves a bomb plant, lots of damage onto Velox. In connector takes him down. In a 3-on-4 situation, they give up an AK-47. Though, as I said, that Wong goes challenging with it with no armor and nothing to defend himself. He's just going to get taken down so easily by Rezu, who peeks out and get himself a double only on Peto. Now, back towards Pop Dog. Nothing he can do here right now. CeX, a 4 versus 1. Exit frags at best. They've left a bomb site, so if he had himself a good angle, he could peek around and try see if he can get that ninja defuse, but it's not happening today. It's too far gone. The bomb's too far ticked, and Peto is not going to find any presence over on the CeX side. 10-1, a monstrous T side half. CeX, like you said, and I'll repeat it again, everything is just going their way.
I mean, you can kind of see them, to be honest about it, Barrage don't care anymore. Like, they know where they stand. They know that this match doesn't really hold too much relevance. They are making a lot of stupid mistakes. They're very all over the place. And also for CeX, they're not exactly playing structured CS. Like, they're just hopping around the place and finding frags. Like, there is an easy way to sum up Astro's playstyle right now. He's just hopping around with an AWP, like running out main. Literally, look at him right now, hopping through a smoke, aiming, charging down through trains. Rezu doing the exact same with an AK. Charging through Molotovs, charging through flash grenades. Like, there is no way to break down their CS. It's just, they don't care. They're winning the battles anyway. They'll find the trades. They'll bring it back to a 3 versus 3. Then they set themselves up to try and clutch out these rounds. It seems to be the same old, same old. Velox gonna lose a battle that should have been his. Wong, though, with a collateral as he takes down Brody C and LS. That's something they can't quite predict.
Can't predict JD coming in the back either.
A bit different. Yeah, that's different at least. JD also seems to know exactly where Peto is because he was looking dead set at him. Now, whether that's just coincidence or sus luck, who knows? No, he's checking it. Ooh.
Bombs in control of Peto here. Slightly. He has got vision on it. He knows it has been dropped, and it's going to be up to JD to find this frag. Sprays away 42 HP. The grenade, does it get the damage? No, it doesn't. It just gets blocked by the plate glass window. Fortunately, JD is on top of the train and manages to take down Peto eventually. So for CeX, bit of a close call. You can thank Wong for the collateral with that one, but eventually they will find themselves in 11th round here. Once again, they're just doing so well. They're just monstering this one entirely.
I don't know though. It's like, is it justified to say monstering it, or is it just like going out for a Sunday stroll and you just encountered that things are going well for you on your Sunday stroll? Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Like, it's not like, it doesn't feel like either of these two teams are like trying their hardest to ensure that everything works out their way. It feels like CeX is playing with unparalleled confidence and just kind of playing a bit of a, you know, an FPL or rank S pug right now more than anything else because there's no structure in this. Like, they've got 6 players. Like, you can't take it away from Astro right now. He's playing insane. Like, some of the clutches he's pulled off and all that sort of thing are good. Like, JD as well with that clutch right there, bringing back those rounds when they have gone the other way, when they have gone from being that Sunday stroll, that kind of giant joke to, oh crap, we actually are in a 1 versus 3. Then you do see Astro, JD kind of combine to make it work. But then there is the flip side to that, which is like Barrage always giving them the opportunities to play to that, right? Like 1 versus 3 is 9 times out of 10, they're not down to the skill of the player making it happen. They're down to the skill of the opposition that allow it to happen. They're down to the opposition screwing up and letting a player take advantage of them. So, yeah.
45 seconds now. CeX going to enter onto site. Shank going to take down JD. And once again, they will halt for a second as they do charge through the Molotov. It does extinguish in time. Velox gets spotted. Astro sprays away, takes him down. There's still 1 player on the site to deal with. Shanked takes down LS, a 3 versus 2. A 3 versus 1. As a scout from Neto finally chimes in with a kill in the round, looking for Rezu as well, has the information, but the bomb is in CT control. So for Rezu, I think this round may or may not be done at this point, as Shanked finds himself a headshot in the second round, finally on the board for the Barrage side here. And, well, it's just starting to get a little bit more repeating and repeating, like you do say. I do think that actually I am starting to feel it now. Barrage and CEX, they know the value of this particular map here.
It's tough, right? Like, what do you do mentally to hype yourself up, get yourself almost psyched up to go into a match like this? Like, what do you draw towards? Do you draw towards practice? Do you draw towards just finishing in the league? Like, do you draw towards money? Like, there are so many different aspects of it, and you have to kind of ask the question. You have to kind of fiddle with each individual player and work out why do they compete? What gets them motivated? And for a lot of these guys, it's playing in official matches that really kind of hold that bearing. But yeah, it's a bit of a 50-50 split, of course, you know, in this round at least, to kind of not dodge past the presence wholeheartedly. We're starting to see the city side do work. Shank is running right with an AWP, picks up a nice little double kill there. Velox is the supporting actor in this. He takes down Brody C, leaving just LS in a 1 versus 4 situation. So thankfully, it's looking like a bit of a better half Barrage. It's, you know, gone up to 3 rounds, but even at 11-4, CeX still have a strong chance of just shutting this one out. I'm already at that phase where they're just losing a lot of rounds because they're screwing up, or their opposition is just going sick in the 1 or 2 rounds. Like Shank there is just going huge for the AWP. But is that repeatable? Has he been doing that the entire game? Well, no, he's got 7 frags. He just got 3 frags in that round.
Tech9's EMP's out for CEX. Quick play out towards the B side. I think they want to get this round over and done with so they can move on to the second half. It's going to be all on to Peto, who does get taken down. Rezi with the lurk takes down Neto as well. So the fast player once again from CEX. I think they want to start to close this one out as soon as they can. Taps coming in from Brody C, not going to land anything. Velox still lurking out. Headshots eventually going to land, and Shank now going to get challenged as well. 4-on-2 situation. It will be actually Wong getting one back, but Brody gets shanked back to only Wong to try and clutch it out, and LS tapping away with his UMP. Will find the kill in a 12th round on the board for CEX. Barrage have themselves a pistol buffer going for them, and that's about it. The next round, well, may prove to be the end of the Barrage side here.
What I want to know is why can't CeX play like this when they're playing in other online leagues? Like they're playing a lot of stuff, and I don't see this usually from them. Like they're on some pretty hefty loss streaks right now, and I feel like like watching them play right now is completely a breath of fresh air in comparison to watching them play like last week or the week before. So I kind of hope that something has gone right for them this week, something that's just clicked, and they're feeling good, and they can repeat this. Because that's my only concern right now, is that CeX, you're hopping around, you're having fun, you've got players going sick. I've already stressed Astra and JD enough. I think they're by far the 2 most important right now on the CeX lineup. But yeah, I think they're going to do that again and again and again. Are they even going to be interested in doing it again and again and again?
And pistol round out for CEX, full armor, no defuse kit coming out. Tech9 for Velox, raid boss for him. And already the tag damage starting to rain in from the CEX side, just trying to find whatever they can here. It's going to be Reza that takes down Wong. A second kill comes in as he peeks out and gets shanked. Looking for a third. He's actually going to find it onto Peto. This is going so horribly wrong for the Barrage side already. As it looks like CEX, they've kicked themselves up into gear. Neto and Velox actually going to be able to get 2 kills apiece here. Takes the USP in favour of the Tech9 now, looking for those long-range challenges. But the balance hasn't gone down here. 2 versus 3. CEX at the advantage. I think they're trying to look for that closing, like I said. And a minute to go now in this pistol round. Looking poised to win this one. Velox and Neto both creep out of heaven, trying to find themselves the bomb plant here. Brody gets spotted. Velox trying to take that challenge. It will be LS coming in from Connector. Takes the first, and Brody gets the second. As it will be pistol round. Favour CTs, favour CEX. 13-3 now. Barrage looking to try and stop these conversion rounds or play for overtime. And otherwise, other than that, this one is pretty much done.
I like how you have the optimism to be like, oh, they're trying to play for overtime.
At best. At best, that's all they got.
Maybe, but do they have left in the tank? I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see how these next few rounds are going to unfold. Of course, it is going to be one with the Deagle, so hey-ho, takes down Astro. But then there's the peek from LS, right, which just completely just one-taps Velox from existence. He just has no idea what hits him. Peeks out again, goes for the same old drive-by. Doesn't quite net the same kind of repetitious frag, but then you have Brody C up close and personal with the Mag 7. Now that's the curveball. Shanked is going to find just another trade there with the Scout, but then he peeks. Walks into the crosshair of JD. Peto going to trade over towards Pop Block, however, but then LS gets to trade that back again.
That's going to leave Neto alone in a 1 versus 2. LS has the same angle. He doesn't need a single bullet to take him out of the action. 14-3 scoreline now to the favour of the CT side. CEX And Barrage, well, it looks like they will force buy and try, because if they realise as well as we do, 12 rounds in a row, I don't think they can do it, and I don't think they have the optimism enough to be able to do something like that, especially in a situation where they aren't even going to be able to overtake CEX in the UKGT rankings. So, putting it all on the line, they don't get this one. It's all for bust now, as it will be the flashbangs. Velox messes up one of them in particular, so it will be the smokes that land up in favour. But Rezu's out towards Pop Dog, lets one go, but takes two, drops the bomb, looks for the third onto Shank, runs out of ammo. There's Brody C, they're able to peek out, see if he can find anything, tapping away with the Astra coming in for the backstab. Didn't even see where that came from. A 3-on-4-2 situation now. Bombs dropped, Brody C tagged up. JD is going to get taken down at least, and through the smoke actually. Peto getting himself a triple kill so far in the round, but LS, he's been on fire. If he can find this kill, then it'll be all easy pickings. He's tapping away, looking for those one taps once again, and one tap is always going to need on Shank in particular, because it takes one bullet to shut him down. Finally finds it. Peto's out towards the B side to get himself the bomb plant. A retake potentially coming in from LS. Yeah, it does come through. Still going to be very likely when you consider the current situation of the buy-ups. However, still 22 to 21 HP, so still doable for either side. Peto for the 4K, LS for the 3K. Who's going to find it? Let's find out.
It's just going to be LS, though, to make that slow, bit by bit push. Trying to clutch this one out, of course. Ready to get himself on top of the bomb, and he's just going to stick this, isn't he? He's just going to wait. Peto, peek this anytime now. There we go. Barrage around for them, at least. Creating some extenuating circumstances, I guess you can say. Bringing it to 14 to 4. Jake, do you still see light at the end of the tunnel, though? Is this just CeX going to shut this one down? Where are you at right now? Well, I want to know, like, the on-the-fly thoughts that roll through your mind, because I've been pretty clear, I've been pretty blunt, I think, with my approach, right? I've been straight out with this and this, kind of almost narrating the side of CeX, but where are you at right now? Aside from they might come back sort of vibe.
I'm definitely the optimist in saying they might come back, but might is such a strong word in this case. They're going to win this round, I think, is probably the best they're going to find here. I was expecting a much closer ordeal, but it's just going to be the mop-up coming on through from the T side here with just pistols out for CEX, and well, honestly, like I said, you know, for Barrage, their morale has got to be killed at this point. We were talking about how crucial it was for them to win that first map if they want any chance of overtaking CEX and claiming a top 4 spot in the in the grand finals. But you know, like I still have that optimism that they might find it. But once again, I have the realism that it is just going to be very unlikely, and well, more probably it's going to be a little bit less. Gotta have the story spray, of course. A little bit less than optimal for the Barrage side. For CEX, quite likely to just close this one out. They're 14 to 4 up. Barrage have got a lot of rounds to find. They will find themselves a 5th, but like I said, just to find the rest of them, it's probably just going to be an impossible task to do.
I love the fact that Astra in that round though nearly got a double knife kill. It was literally down to like 2 seconds. He didn't get it. I mean, that kind of sums up where we're at right now. So, you know. Yeah, one of those things, I guess.
Wait, pause has
been called too.
Who's
Ping
it for?
Spike.
Ping Spike,
it's a Barrage tech issue. So they're going to be chatting things through. They're going to have a very long, drawn-out tech pause. They're going to be talking about the ins and outs of strategical CS. Not even sarcastically, like they are going to be talking right now, because I think for Barrage, right, like it's a cross between this match is useless to us, but also we kind of want to win it now just to prove a point. Like, I feel like when you get this far down against a team, it changes things for you. Because instead of just saying, oh, we lost that match because such and such, it almost translates from, oh yeah, we lost that match because we don't need to worry about it, to, oh, we're just making up an excuse now because we just got dicked on. So I feel like they're trying to find that balance now where, okay, they've realized it's 14-5. They don't really want to lose 14-5. So even if they lose 14-9, 14-10, that's better. Like, because then they can just be like, oh yeah, like the map meant nothing, doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I feel like that mentality could be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's probably, at best, that's probably the mentality that they're walking into this one with. Because I don't think that if Barrage are expecting a map victory at this point, CEX just need to find 2 more and that's it, we're done.
Yeah, I think they know they've lost this. I think it's just a matter of how badly they've lost this. That's what they want to decide now.
Yeah, at least they can flaunt that scoreline off to be like, well, at least we tried. And try it they will. AWP out for the LS, for the CEX line on LS. Will be Barrage taking reservations out towards the B site, into towards the halls very quickly. They're actually going to be going in here, so They want to try to get a bomb plant. They want to try to see if they can secure themselves another round here because, well, it looks like a fire has been lit underneath the Barrage side. But meanwhile, JD has got himself a backstab, takes the first kill on the floor on Neto as the bomb does go down. Velox there the trade. We'll find it. Peto gets Rezu. Brody C going to get tagged down, but he takes the trade kill. Astro gets taken out with a headshot. Brody C is tagged down, still takes the kill onto Shanked. And now Ellis and Brody in a 2 versus 2. That favours the Barrage side. No defuse kit on this retake as Wong looks to take down Ellis. Just about finds the AWP and peeks out for the second on Brody C. A little bit too far to the right. Isn't going to be able to find the frag here and tapping away to see what he can find. It's not going to, not going to happen today as Wong finds the 6th round on the board for Barrage. Double kill for both him and Velox.
So they're starting to draw it out a bit now. They're starting to really create that extending scoreline. 14-6. The economy of CeX is broken. That's just another round to get delayed. There's more time to be spent watching this unfold. And it's an interesting situation, really, for Barrage, right? Because at 14-6, they know they're a long way away, but they still want to make sure they get everything in order, right? They still want to make sure they plan out these rounds carefully now. You can see the way they've kind of played this change. They've gone less away from balls to the wall, we don't care about anything, we're just going to do what we want to, actually trying to almost structure things. Now, yes, it's still arguably a lot looser than it would be, but you could definitely see where they've tried to be a little bit more organized. And I think that definitely kind of links back towards that argument we made. In terms of about the seriousness of the scoreline itself. Unless, of course, is going to at least get himself a frag in this round, so that's something.
Almost walks away with an AK as well, but not going to be the case in this case. Barrage in the 7th. So at least it will be, well, potentially a very good scoreline that could come out from them, at least against CEX. 4 rounds in a row, so CEX will have themselves a 4-round loss bonus after this round, but for now they are just going to invest in full. Both teams going to invest in the AWP and 4 rifles to back it up. 4 M4s and 4 AKs out for each here. Now it will just be, well, presence out towards the A site, 1 towards Ivy, LS in particular. They've kind of neglected Ivy on both sides in this particular matchup. Neto and Velox can see if they can find any presence out there. There's a grenade will actually do some serious damage over towards the T side. Actually, not as much. I thought it would actually hit Velox a little bit harder. Astro finds the first, meanwhile, on Shanked. He jumps, and in the end, the AWP wins with a headshot out towards the main area. And now CeX have themselves an advantage. Velox and Neto still working out to Ivy. In this case, it's actually going to be LS that backs off. Not going to go take that challenge and wait for them to push if they do decide to go for it, but instead, they retreat away to the T spawn area. A minute to go now. And the bomb, well, the bomb is still not in contention for any site here. Out towards the A main side. Potential rotation they can come on for if they want to hit out the B side, which it looks like they will do so. Razor's got his presence meanwhile, so we can peek out, see if he can take this first kill, and that would be an excellent play from CeX that could end up just winning them match point and potentially the game here.
Yeah, for sure. It is going to be the slow creep coming up on towards long. You need to be careful of corner right now because Rezu, he could peek out and cut them down, but he also could peek out and just die straight off the bat. So needs to be well timed. That's what we're hitting towards with 25 seconds left. He's going to face, finds himself 1. Peeks back out again, looks to do damage on towards Velox, but now just throw down a Molotov, stop yourself from being chased. Go looks to deny that bomb plant. Simple as anything. Doesn't quite deny it, but gets himself just another frag. Buys so much time for his team to then come in and support him that it's almost simple as anything now for them just to push on the site and find the defuse. Velox is the last man standing. He's going to fall to the hands of LS. And there you have it. 15-7. Match point.
Barrage put up a decent fight towards the end, but I think this is going to be all she wrote. There will be the bomb plant coming in, so there is the extra economy. So let's take a look at the current money's line and the situation of Barrage. They could buy up here. I think they could drop a couple of go-out rifles and get themselves, well, a decent shot into the dark. They won't go quietly into the night. It will be the full AKs out, limited utility. Wong only has a flashbang on his site, whereas double flashes and full sets out for the other players of the Barrage team. So they will try it for one last hurrah before they do end up, well, more than likely falling here. It will be for early take damage onto Neto, who does get taken down by Astro on the headshot. Rezu sprays onto Peto and takes him down a 3 versus 5. This round is getting picked apart by the CTs as Wong gets 1, JD gets him back, and Velox is left alone in a 1 versus 4 situation. They know his position. He's given it away with the smoke. Bomb is on site but not planted. Velox take this last kill, but that's all he's going to find. It's going to be 16-7. A much different scoreline than I predicted, and CeX